had an affair, by the way, in all our years together. Not even with a cat. We prepare for things, for lessonings even, inevitable lessonings, and we think we can handle everything, whatever comes along. But we don't know, do we? Do we?
No, we don't.
Fucking right we don't. Something can happen that is outside of the rules. Death, before you're even ready to think about it. That's part of the game. A stroke that leaves you looking at an eggplant the week before it being your husband. That's another. Emotional disengagement. Gradual. So gradual you don't know it's happening. Or sudden. Maybe, sometimes, not very often, but occasionally. You've read about spouses. I hate that word. Spouses who all of a sudden start wearing dresses. Yours, of their own collection. Wives gone dyke. But if there is one thing you haven't put on your plate, no matter how exotic your taste may be, is bestiality. No, that is one thing you haven't thought about. Another thing you've overlooked as a byway on the road to life, as the old soap has it. I wonder when he'll start cruising livestock. I must ask whether Dad did it and how she handled it. No. That is one thing you haven't thought about, nor could you even conceive of! So, how was your day? Make me not believe it. Please, make me not believe it!
Why aren't you crying?
Because this is too serious. Do goats cry, by the way?
I don't know, I haven't...
What, haven't made her cry yet? What's the matter with you? He can't even make a goat cry. What good is he? His son is probably crying as we speak. That was pretty awful what you said to him, Martin. Pretty awful. His son is probably lying on his bed, his tears flowing. His wife wouldn't be crying, except that she can't be that weak right now. And you can't even make a goat cry. Jeez.
I can't continue this conversation. I can't listen to you.
You stay where you are! You will have this conversation, and with me, and right now.
Right. Where do I start?
Right at the beginning. Why do you call her Sylvia, by the way? Does she have a tag or something? Or was it more, who is Sylvia? Fair is she that all our goats commend her.
No, it just seemed right. Very good, by the way.
Thank you. So, you saw this thing, this animal, and you said to yourself, ah, this is Sylvia. Or did you talk to it? Hello, Sylvia! How the hell did you know it was a she? Well, it was a female goat. Bag of nipples, dragging in the dung. Well, isn't this your first?
She is my first. She's my only.
No, tell me!
All right. As I said to Ross.
As I said to Ross. No, not as I said to Ross, to me. As you say to me. I have listened to you tell me how much you love me. And we have a more perfect marriage than chance would even allow. We're both too bright for most of that shit. We see the deep and awful humor in things that goes above most people's heads. We see what is hideously wrong in what most people accept as normal. We have both the joys and the sorrows of all of that. We have a straight line right through life all the way to dying. But that's okay, because it's a good line. So long as we don't screw up.
I know.
Shut up!
I know.
So long as we don't screw up. And oh, you've screwed up. Do you know how you've done it? How you've screwed up?
Oh, is that the vegetable stand? I looked over to the right.
Because you've broken something and it can't be fixed. Fall out of love with me. Fine. Oh, no, not fine, but that can be fixed. Time or whatever. But tell me you love me. And an animal equally in the same way. That you go from my bed, from our go from our bed. You wash your dick, you get in your car and you go to her and do what I cannot imagine myself imagining. But you do these two things and not understand how it shatters the glass. How it cannot be dealt with, how stopping and forgiveness have nothing to do with it, and how I am destroyed, how you are, how I cannot admit it though I know it, cannot deny it because I cannot admit it, cannot admit it because it is outside of denying.
I'll stop. I promise I'll stop.
Her stopping has nothing to do with having started. How nothing has anything to do with anything. You have brought me down, you go fucker! You love my life. You have brought me down to nothing. And by Christ, I will bring you down with me.